Well guys, it appears that Winter Storm Fern is right on us here. It's currently Sunday, about noon. I think it's about 15 degrees out or so. And we're gonna come out here and get the Vic unburied. And got a few errands to run. I know it's quite a bit of snow, but I was wanting to kind of show you guys my winter setup with the car. Ain't nothing special, it's pretty simple. And I actually get around pretty decent. Now this is by far the biggest snowstorm we've had this year so far. So I'm real curious to see how it's gonna do here. But as you can see guys, we've definitely got quite a bit of snow. Seemed like it really started to pick up earlier this morning. We were thinking last night it was gonna start about 7 p.m. but actually it really didn't start snowing until, man, about 10, I would say about 10:30 last night, and it's been going pretty steady ever since. So we're gonna get in here. Hi guys. We're gonna get in here and give her a cold start. All right, let's see what we got. I do have a big, it's like 950 cold cranking amp Motorcraft battery in here, so usually starts pretty decent. I do have a dash cam that runs 24 hours, so that does drain the battery just a tad, but we'll see what we got here. There she is, guys. A little bit slow starting, but she always seems to crank for me. I don't really have any issues with that. So certainly cold out today, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting the car cleaned off here. Probably have to do a little bit of shoveling too, but that's okay. Yeah, at least we didn't get any ice. I know there was a lot of states to the south of us, unfortunately, that's dealing with a lot of ice. And you know, that doesn't happen with us very often, but I remember back several years ago we ended up getting one, and it certainly causes a lot of devastation. A lot of tree branches that break and come down, power outages. It's just not a good thing all around. In my county, we are currently under a level 2. So yeah, it's highly advisable to not be on the roadways today. But until it gets to be a level 3, I feel that I can still get out and do what I need to do here. Hopefully we won't have any problems, but I'll be sure to take you guys with me. So car's actually cleaning off pretty decent. Yeah, once everything gets warmed up and I get the car cleaned off, I'll kind of show you my winter setup and how I've been getting around so far this winter in my 2011 P7B. So stick around guys, we'll be right back. Mr. Vic 89, January 25th, in the middle of Winter Storm Fern. Let me tell you, it's been a dandy so far. I've had a few errands to get out and run today. Currently our county is level 2. So yeah, it's not necessarily advised at all to be out on the roads unless you absolutely have to. But I had to take this opportunity, get the car out, see how everything was working, how I was gonna be able to get around in this. I'd say easily 6 to 8 inches of snow. And I would like to share with you how I got this car set up. Just real brief on the tires I have, the air pressure I'm running, and the items I have in the trunk for weight. So let's get after it here. Really nothing special, but I tell you what, it works. And probably one of the most argued options to go with as far as tires, well, the good old Goodyear RSAs. I've had these now for probably coming up on 2 years. I got quite a few miles on them so far. I think around 35,000 miles. But so far, I'm still able to get around quite well. I mean, I would say they've got at least half tread left, maybe a little more. And the current air pressure I'm running in these, I'd like to go just a little bit lower in the back. Yeah, I'm right at about 32. Inside the door calls for 35. So yeah, I run them just a few pounds under, at least in the rear. Now, in the trunk here, good old tube sand. So I got 3 bags of tube sand. Each bag is 60 pounds. So we got 180 pounds going on there. We got my other spare tire, which is a brand new RSA on a factory steely rim. I got kind of like, you know, my trunk kit here, various tools, conditioners, lubricants. I'm set up pretty well in here, but you know, that's quite a bit of weight. If I was to guess, that's probably close to 80 or 100 pounds. And then I got some spare parts in here. These are actually front rotors, I believe, and you know, those got a little bit of weight to them as well. But yeah, I just threw those back here. Now I got tow strap, jumper cables, and a little go bag there, you know, just in case. I got various survival essentials in there if need be. But I would say altogether, I probably got close to, I would say probably 250 to 300 pounds in the back here. I would say probably closer to 300 actually. But you know, I mean, that's not too much where the car sags a lot. I mean, overall, it's still a pretty decent stance. I mean, I do still have some suspension travel left in the rear, so that's pretty important. But yeah, man, just rocking the good old RSAs and about 300 pounds in the back, 32 psi on the rear tires, and I think the fronts are probably pretty close to that as well, either 32 or 35. Let's see here. Yeah, about the same. Looks like about 33 up here. So yeah, looks like all of them are pretty dang close. But yeah, I figured I'd just share that with you guys. A lot of people knock on the RSAs, man. Just my opinion here. If you know how to drive these cars, they actually are a pretty damn good tire. If you rotate them, you got to keep up with rotating them. You can get a lot of miles out of these. I mean, like I said, I had to at least be pushing 35,000 miles on them or so. I can go back in my records and look. But you know, they're not brand new by any means, and I'm still able to get around in this stuff. It's a dandy of a storm. I have a feeling they're probably going to be calling a level 3 before too long. So we're going to get our butts home here and take it easy the rest of the evening. Appreciate you guys stopping by, Mr. Vic 89. Brand new channel. Super excited to be here and show you guys some great content on these cars and the Panther platform in general. See you on the next one. Just kind of closing out this little series here as far as you know, your Crown Victorias, P7B specifically, in the snow. You know, I went through and I showed you guys my current setup as far as what tires I'm running and roughly about how much weight. I think we got about 300 pounds back here, if I was to guess, between the 3 sandbags, my big tote of tools, miscellaneous fluids and all that kind of stuff, brake rotors. Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty decent amount of weight back here. Not too much though, to where it's bottoming out the rear suspension. I still have some give back there, so that's good. But I mean, as you could see in this neighborhood here, we're going up a hill. I think they've plowed it once or twice, but there's a decent amount of snow, and we're not really having any troubles. So I'll kind of kick back and drive around a little bit and just kind of show you the experience of the Crown Vic in the snow.